Did you know our skin color is an example of convergent evolution? We humans range from the darkest of browns to the lightest of hues, a feat made possible by our ancestors. You see, when they first embarked on their cosmopolitan migration, the movement into the northern latitudes, which receive less intense sunlight, meant that having reduced skin pigmentation was beneficial. This is due to our skin's coloration being heavily influenced by melanin, produced in special epidermal cells called melanocytes. This pigment aids in protection from the sun's harsh rays and is the main determinant of the color of darker-skinned humans, whereas the color of light-skinned folk is determined mainly by the bluish-white connective tissue under the dermis, as well as by the hemoglobin circulating in the blood vessels of the dermis itself. This combo is why physical exercise, sexual arousal, or the stimulation of the nervous system, often via anger or embarrassment, results in the dilation of blood vessels, especially in the face, also known as blushing. Now, prior to the divergence of European and East Asian lineages, it appears certain that there was some lightening of the skin. That being said, after the two groups became genetically isolated, the skin of both lightened further, and that additional change occurred via unique genetic alterations. Makes sense, as around the globe, indigenous skin pigmentation has always correlated with the geographic distribution of ultraviolet radiation, with areas that receive higher amounts of UV generally located closer to the equator in arid environments or at higher altitudes, often having darker-skinned populations, whilst areas that are far from the tropics and closer to the poles have less intense UV radiation, which is reflected by lighter-skinned inhabitants. Some researchers suggest that humans have spent the past 50,000 years changing from dark-skinned to light-skinned, and that major changes may have happened in as little as 100 generations. Sadly, in relatively recent times, the social significance of the differences in our skin color has varied greatly across cultures, as demonstrated by discrimination and social status. And now you know.